Hey guys, it's been a while. Tahan here. Half of you guys watching this probably know I'm the best Yu-Gi-Oh player of all time, or used to be. The other half have never heard of me, so this is going to be a really fun video. I started playing the game Universus a couple months ago, and I guess notoriously I've never learned the rules to any card game in my life ever, other than Yu-Gi-Oh, because I've just been so invested in the game that I'm good at, and didn't really see the reason to learn anything. So I don't know the rules to Magic. I don't know how to play Hearthstone. I don't know Pokemon. So this is my first time learning a different card game. Period. And it appealed to me really heavily because I liked the My Hero IP. I think it's the best show ever made. So I wanted to play like a card game with those characters. And then the more I played, I realized the scene is just really cool. It's a lot of people that are like very wholesome. And then the actual game itself rewards deck building, rewards creativity, rewards critical thinking. I think there's a lot of things in your control in the matches themselves, and there's also an equal amount in your control in deck building, which is what you'll see here. So this is my first time topping a Universus event, and I've only been playing a couple months. But I cooked this deck basically myself. I had some help with from Ryan with the ratios of and learning the rules to the game too. It was a lot of my friend Ryan helped me. Yeah, I'm just gonna go into this deck. This is Amajiki, which is what I played. I think this is the best character in the game right now because you can draw 7 cards, and as a Yu-Gi-Oh player, I think that's really broken. Just because you can never brick. So even though you only have reduced health, it doesn't matter because you just have more cards always. And I feel like I'll never play a non-7-hander ever, just because I play Yu-Gi-Oh and know the drawing is good. And then his effect lets you have another hand. Every attack you play goes to momentum, so you just have that hand plus your stage. So I don't see why you would ever play anything else, truly. It's also one of the best symbols in the game, Chaos. So naturally I played on Chaos. I played 3 Black Abyss. This is the coolest card from the, I guess, newest set. So I wanted to build a deck around it. I played Amajiki for a while before this card came out. I really anticipated this card coming out. And then when it came out, I tried to shove it into my old Amajiki list, and I found that it was kind of unplayable because you had a lot of 5s that you wanted to play, and I couldn't really find a way to make this work. So I improvised a lot, and I think the take I have on this is the most unique probably in the whole game, and we'll get to that later. This is the best card in the whole game, so just literally the whole game. Doesn't need to be explained. There's our kill card, Armor of the Wolf. I play 3 because it kind of clogs. It doesn't clog, it's your kill card, so you want to see it, but you don't want to see it turn 1 because you're just going to throw it and put it in momentum. So you want to draw other turns. So 3 was a good number to play. I play 3 Command Pigeon Flock. This is our starter. This breaks the deck. I guess we'll just skip ahead to the targets I play for this. This card now gives you a way to have Black Abyss. So I found that Amajiki was really, really good. But what it really struggled with was going second because you just have so little health. And if you play long games, you'll have momentum and you can block. But if you just needed a way to kind of cheat out a victory going second, decks like Hawks have that where they can review a feather. Or decks like Mimic can review an attack and just and win for free. And I feel like all those decks are really appealing. And decks that don't have a going second trick, I feel like, are inherently worse. So I wanted to add one. So now I can review this going second, or I can review Black Abyss and then just already be ahead turn 3 when I play this. So that was the theory. As to why I played this. Basically, you wanted a way to cheat out Black Abyss and your momentum at all times, and then once you had 2, it was just academic and you won from there. So I played 3 Pigeon Flocks to put it there. 4 and 4 just wouldn't have made sense because there's only 4 targets, so I just played 3 with 4 targets. Claw Stopper. This card's being cut by a lot of players. I don't know why. I know there's a card that's identical to this that's a breaker, or that's on a 1 block instead of a 2 block, and but it doesn't have the momentum effect. And I think what Amajiki wants to be doing is eating momentum and then using their effects to cycle. And drawing is really good when you're trying to sculpt a hand with Wolf to kill them. And your killing stream pretty much always has to be Kraken Wolf because Kraken has to deal with a threat. And then so you need to draw both. So just the redraw and momentum, this card's so crucial. And it being on a 4 is really good because you can get 2 momentum per turn basically. Those are my attacks. I only played 18 and 4, 12, yeah, 18, which is high. I wanted to play like 16 or 17, but this card's not really an attack because it's like a foundation, so it kind of works. Just cheat out your attacks. Foundations. Like I said, I played 3 of these guys just to be targets for this. I also played 3 of this. Or sorry, I played 2. For that, 2 of this. This is the best card I think in Amajiki. I obviously wanted to play 4, but I had to make some concessions where I had to play a less number because I'm playing these now. However, this doesn't really count. A lot of 3s is ridiculous for sure, so you should play 4 or fewer. These don't exactly count because, like I said, you're aiming to review them or block with them. They're really good. So you're not actually really activating it a lot of the time, unless it's your only 3, then you feel comfortable doing that. So these don't really conflict in the way you think they would, because you're rewarded for either reviewing this or discarding it or not playing it. So it doesn't really count. So I'm playing 2 3s, technically. Play a bunch of 2s. These are my 1-ups. This card negates Breaker 3, which is in the format. This card is a worse version of this card, but it has more. It has the ability to get Black Abyss, which is what my deck wants to be doing. So I wanted to play 2 of this, but I figured 1-on-1 it wouldn't be too much different. And I think diversity is fine, where you have so many cards that are so broken in this game that you want to max out on, but you also have a need for diversity, especially when you have a big stage and you want cards to have different effects rather than the same effect twice. So I opted to play a couple 1-ups for fun. Credible Display, play 2 of this card. This card's obviously broken, especially that Amajiki can just get momentum for free. So you would think that 4 would be a good number, but it's a very costly card to activate. Like I said, when you want to be getting momentum, like you're not happy paying the cost for it to get guys. Obviously, you have to do it. So 2 is a good number, so I could play a long game, eventually see it, and then establish it and win. But it wouldn't clog, and it wouldn't be like I would be forced to use it. This card is just ridiculous. When you go first, you want to win because you're supposed to win going first. So activating 1 or 2 of these going first, you cannot lose that game. So just want to max on this. It lets your wider strings be free, which is a lot of my foundations do that too. This is play well committed, and then it will ready some other cards when it. So it's a lot of your turn 3s are free, even if you're playing a ridiculous string. This is a singleton ally play. It's just a 1-up, but it's an ally, so it's a 5th target for a command. I just wanted 5 targets because 3 and 5 felt better. This card has a relevant deadlock, and it doesn't really have a first effect. It can pitch momentum to ready itself, which I guess could come up, but like I said, you don't want to ever be doing that. But on a couple wolf strings, it ended up happening, and I did it once or twice per turn, which is fine. But the deadlock's super relevant. Being able to net a deadlock from grave, that's like probably the most broken in the game. It says flip, ready 2 of your foundations, and get a momentum at the top of your deck. So you just win if you resolve this. And he can tutor it, so it's really good to have that tool there. This card's also a really good deadlock. No way to tutor it, but I just play 1. It's a good block, play well committed. It's like quasi momentum protection, kind of like you get it to your hand, so it's a little awkward, but it's a good 1-of. This card's probably the best 1-diff in the game right now. It's just such a good card for the cost. You literally flip it, and it's usually -3 or -2 speed. Technically -4 because it's gonna be ready, unlike Nice Try. So this card just says block anything. It's basically better Broken Psyche. 2 of these and 2 of these. These are both flip protection, and they have somewhat different effects. This is obviously good for bouncing blocks or at least threatening to do so. This card's really good because draw is really good in your combo deck, but you don't want them to draw either. So I played 4 or 2 instead of 4. But this is a better version of both of those cards because you're just the only one drawing. So like I said, digging deep to draw is really broken in this deck because you just kill them. 3 Master's Pride. It can ready with this. So like I said, on your strings, when you check a 3, you just commit. Doesn't matter because it's play well committed. You get your Black Abyss, then you ready this, and it's like nothing happened. So your strings are just really broken. And then this is the best 0 in the game. This is the second best 0 in the game. So I played as many as I could. And then I played 2 Manifest. 2 actions. Actions are weird in this game. I wanted a polarizing one that could just kill them on a string and also have some utility going second and blocking with. So blocking with this card getting 2 is really relevant when you only have 20 health, 10% of your health, and then you can bounce it back with struggling. So I felt 2 was a good number of this card. At one point I was playing 4 when I first started playing this deck because I thought it was so broken, and it is broken, but it checks a 4. So I think 2 is a good number. You'll see it throughout the course of most of your matches. And highs are really common right now in this format. A lot of the best attacks like Kraken are just highs, so just being a 1 high is broken. That's the deck. That's 60 cards. Command, Pigeon Flock, Amajiki. I'd like to go over my side deck because I think it's brilliant. I kind of went with a Yu-Gi-Oh strategy in this one where I wanted to be as polarizing as possible with my side cards because if I believe in the, I guess, stability of my main deck, I'm not siding that many cards in. I'm just siding specific polarizing cards to what I lose to. So in my opinion, this is the best anti-stun in the game. So if I'm playing against something with stun, like most of the decks that are playing the Toga 5 check that commits to, what's the card called? Deadly Deception Dagger, yeah. So this card just destroys them. You flip it, get a momentum, this card broken. So they can't win if you draw this card. Against decks that play assets, which are a lot of decks. They can't win if you draw this card. And it's on a 4, it's really good. Also, it's a low block, so it's a mix-up, so now you can kind of play like a mono-low string post side with your Black Abysses plus this. So it makes it really awkward because they're trying to have mids in for your wolves and highs in for your Kraken and for Pigeon Flock, so this card just is a good mix-up post side. Even if you're not popping anything, it's pretty good. 2 Cape. This card has close to no counterplay. There are 4 color cards in the game, and there's green, blue, red, and silver, and this negates the red cards, so this card's broken. Similarly, this card negates the green cards, so this card's broken. So I just wanted to only play against 2 cards in the whole game, so now I only have to beat silver cards and blue cards. This card blocks any attack in the entire game as long as you're making it slow enough to block it. And I play a lot of speed hate, so it usually is. This card just has so much utility. I think it's broken in a deck like Jiki, where you're rewarded for just playing on the table, going stun 1, saying if it's blocked, and then you either you generally just get to momentum, or you can Jiki pump it, make it do like 8, and then they block it, and you just draw a wolf. And then obviously in defense, I think this card's just crazy. One of Jiki's hardest things to defeat are decks that are heavy throw strategies, because you can only zero something out once with your momentum trick. So now you just never have to worry about throws when you play 4 of this card. Also, combo enhanced decks that are trying to build up a string for double jab or whatever, you can just clear the first card. Ryukyu, beat Ryukyu because they can no longer pick up the first attack they throw because you just banish it, so they don't have a combo. This card is just broken. I think that every Chaos deck should play this card, Chaos Void, whatever else is on. So that's the deck. 60 cards. Obviously, I'm trying to draw the good cards. I would never play over 60. I really enjoy this game. I think I'm getting the hang of it. I think I've identified a deck I like to play. It's a lot different than Yu-Gi-Oh, but I recommend anybody playing it, especially because you've seen how much success I could have in so little time. If you follow this game at all, you'll know Ryan Levine, who is, at this point, probably a better Yu-Gi-Oh player than I am, but historically we're about the same. He started this game a couple months before I did, so he's been playing for about a year now. I've been playing for about maybe a quarter of a year. And in his first year, he went to the World Championships in this game, and he topped 2 events in his first year. So he's had a phenomenal year in this game. It just shows that you can translate skill from any card game to this game because of how well designed this game is. I think Universus as a card game is phenomenal, super fun, and like I said, the community is super wholesome. It's not as toxic as Yu-Gi-Oh! And the game's a lot easier to learn, too. You don't need to learn the whole card pool. There's only 4 types of cards, and it's a very young game. It's like 5 or 6 sets in, so it's easy for me to pick up. But like I said, Amajiki's the best deck. So if you play this game and you're watching this because you want to see my deck list, you now know the best deck list to play your locals. You'll never lose ever. And if you're not playing this game, you know how to never lose ever. So, Tahan here, top 16, St. Louis, first top. Thanks for watching.